The best way to avoid visa rejection is to know for what reason your visa can be rejected. Now guys, I have collected almost all the points through which your visa can be rejected. Basically, I have taken these points from the rejection letter. Now guys, if you don't know, rejection letter is a letter which you get after your visa gets rejected. So I do have a rejection letter because my visa was once rejected and I reapplied and then it got approved. So guys, in the rejection letter, all the points are mentioned which visa officers check in order to approve or disapprove your visa, and they cross out that particular point which they thought was the reason for the rejection of your particular application. Hope you will never get a rejection letter, guys. So next I'm gonna read the first point, and this is the most common point. So it is, you have not satisfied me that you would leave Canada at the end of your stay as a temporary resident. In reaching this decision, I considered several factors including. Now guys, it means that the visa officer is not convinced that you will leave Canada after your visa expires. And to reach this decision, he had considered several factors. So I'm going to explain each and every point and let you know that what it means and how you can avoid it. So the first one is travel history. Now travel history is something that the visa officer wants to see whether you have traveled somewhere or not. Now even if you have not traveled anywhere, it is totally fine. As a student, you are not expected to travel a lot, and if you have traveled, that's a good thing. And if you have traveled and came back to your country, that's what the visa officers basically want to see. But guys, do not worry about it. This is not a big reason of rejection and this is not very common at all. The second one is immigration status in country of residence. Now this one means that you are staying in a different country than your own country. It means that, let's assume you're from India and you are staying in Dubai. So you have to explain in your letter of explanation that why you are staying in Dubai and not in your own country, and why you are applying for Canada rather than staying in Dubai or going back to your own country. So guys, make sure to explain this as it is very important. So the next one is family ties in Canada and in country of residence. Now guys, this could be the reason of rejection if you have a very weak connection in your home country or a very strong connection in Canada. So let's assume guys, someone you know lives in Canada, like maybe your relative or some of your family or maybe your whole family. So to avoid this reason, you have to convince the visa officer that why you will come back to your home country. So maybe you'll have to show something like the property which you have in your home country or the house which you have in your home country, or maybe your parents stay here but some of your relatives stay in Canada. So you can show the relation between you and your parents, and you can tell them, so and you can convince the visa officer that your parents are here and you cannot leave your parents and go and study and stay in Canada for the rest of your life. So basically that's what you have to prove here. The next one is length of proposed stay in Canada. This could be the reason of rejection when let's assume you are applying to a university as an undergrad student. So most probably the length of the duration of your study will be 4 years. So, and you apply for the visa for 5 years and you did not provide any explanation that why you applied for 5 years even though your study or the course is for 4 years only. And to be on the safe side, apply for the duration to be as the same as the duration of your course. The next one is the purpose of visit. Now guys, this one was the reason my visa was rejected, and it is purpose of visit. Purpose of visit means that basically visa officer wants to know why you are going to Canada. Now guys, if you think like that, you will think that okay, I'm going to Canada to study. But guys, it means a lot more than that. Basically the visa officer wants to know that why you are going to study in Canada, why you are choosing that particular university, why you are going to study that particular major, and why you are not studying in your own country. So this So you have to explain all of these points in your letter of explanation to avoid this reason for rejection. I did not do this on the first time, and that's why I think my visa was rejected, but in the second time I wrote a letter of explanation in a better way and convinced them that these are the reasons I am going to study in Canada. So the next one is employment prospects in country of residence. Now guys, this could be the reason for rejection when the visa officer thinks that you do not have enough opportunities related to what you are going to study in Canada. So let's assume you're going to study computer science in Canada, and so the visa officer can reject on the basis that thinking that there are not enough opportunities related to computer science in your own country. So guys, to avoid this point, you have to make sure to provide enough points to convince the visa officer that how that particular major is going to help you in the future back in your own country. This is very important guys, and it is a very common point of rejection, so please be very careful about it. So the next one is current employment situation. This could be the reason of rejection if you have taken big gap years or you quit your job just before applying for visa. So let's assume you graduated or you passed 12th grade in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, even 2017. Then you have to explain that what you were doing in those years, and you have to explain that how those years helped you to come up to the decision that you're going to study in Canada. Moving on to the next one is personal assets and financial status. Guys, this one means that you have not shown any personal assets. So it means that you have to show proof of property, the house or the home which you have, the land which you have in your home country. So guys, showing your personal asset, land and property are kind of very important because it helps you for two reasons. One is the family ties in Canada and in country of residence point, and in the second one is the personal assets and financial status. So guys, if you have a lot of land, lot of property, then this convinces the visa officer that you cannot leave your land and the property in your home country and just go and stay in Canada. So this could be one of a very strong point which proves that you will come back after your education is complete. So the next one is having a legitimate business purpose in Canada. Frankly speaking guys, I do not know about this one, and so I cannot say anything on this one. But guys, if you're a student applying for a student visa, do not worry about this one, because I checked on internet a lot and I did not found any case where a student's visa was rejected because of this reason. Plus I do not know anyone here as well whose visa was rejected because of this reason. So guys, please do not worry about this one if you're a student. And any history of contravening the condition of admission on a previous stay in Canada, it means that you went to Canada once before and you did something illegal, and maybe you overstayed after your visa was expired and then you were kicked out and then you're planning to go again. So mostly it's not gonna be the case for most of you guys, so it's fine. The next one is I'm not satisfied that you have sufficient funds including income or assets to carry out your stated purpose in going to Canada or to maintain yourself while in Canada and to affect your departure. Now guys, this one means that you have not enough money in your bank account. To make sure that you have more money in your bank account than the tuition plus the cost of staying plus the cost of food plus some extra money. Generally I suggest around $10,000 extra is safe side, but if you do not have that much, at least $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 extra increases your chances for the visa. So guys, as you can see, this is a very important point. Make sure to have extra money in your bank account. Moving on to the next one, you have not provided sufficient documentation to support your host's income and assets. So guys, this one means that you need to provide documents related to the person who is going to sponsor you. Let's assume your parents are going to sponsor you, so you have to provide information related to your parents, that is their salary slip. That means how much they earn per year or per month, something related to that. Their passbook, which will show how much money they have in their bank account. And ITR, if you don't know what's ITR, it's called income tax return if you're in India. And if you're from some other country, you need to find something related equivalent to ITR. So I'm sorry, I don't know about every country. So if you're from India, if you should provide ITR as well. The next point is you have made an application for temporary resident visa in transit visa category. Guys, transit visa category is that visa in which you plan to stay in Canada for less than 48 hours. This won't apply to most of you. Moving on to the next one, you have submitted documentation which lacks authenticity as a part of your application. This has diminished overall credibility of your submission. Make sure, guys, you provide all the official documents, original documents. Do not try to provide any fake documents or anything related to that. Basically, these are all the points which the visa officers try to check when they are reviewing your application. And if you will convince the visa officers in all of these points, then no doubt your visa will be accepted. Guys, providing some extra document is not a problem, but if you provide less documents, it can create problems. So it's better to provide whatever you have and whatever can convince the visa officer that you will come back to your country, or whatever convince the visa officer that you have enough funds in your bank account, and or why you're going to stay in Canada. So guys, hope this video helps you. Please do not forget to subscribe, as I'll be coming with lots of amazing videos which will be really helpful for you. So guys, thanks for watching this video and have a great day.